Hello everybody and welcome back to another video here on Bryce and Bigham. Today we got a screamer. This video is the top 10 shoegaze albums that will change your life. So to start, got Iluminated 1989 by the Veldt. So this band is Danny and Daniel Chavez. This was their first album. They recorded it in 1989, but they never released it until 2023. My aunt knew these guys pretty well. I got backstage passes to go see them when they come to Nashville in April. But it's a really good shoegaze album. My favorite song off of it is CCCP. And it's just a good soul music and shoegaze combo. Danny and Daniel are both activists, so their stuff's great. Album number 2. These are in no particular order, by the way. Album number 2 is Ukiyogunjou by Cryuff in the Bedroom. Mouthful, I know. Japanese name, they're from Osaka. This album is just lots of fuzz and distortion. So it's a good palate cleanser. I like it a lot. Honestly, I took 3 years of advanced Japanese. So like I can understand what they're saying, thank God. But no understanding is needed with these songs. It's just, you kind of feel the vibe. It's perfect. My favorite song of that album is Sadness, Madness. Up next, album 3 is New Hell by Greet Death. I love Greet Death. I know I've talked about him in previous YouTube videos, but this album is perfect. This is the album I got into them with. They released this in 2019. My ex showed it to me. Definitely one of my favorite bands, and everything about this whole album is just depressing as fuck. But I genuinely don't think that there's a bad song on it. Like, you could pick any song and I'd be like, oh yeah, shit, I love that one. Every single one of their songs is in my playlist, so I listen to them a lot. Album number 4, we got Delaware by the Drop 19s. This is their debut album from 1992. For me, it sounded very Sonic Youth inspired. Lots of distortion, some mumbled vocals, but they did it perfectly. My favorite song off there is Kick the Tragedy. Pretty sure it's like 8 or 9 minutes long. Just fucking perfect. Masterpiece of shoegaze recording. Another song, I think they released it as a single for the album that's really good, is called Winona. I like that as well. And it was ranked in Pitchfork's like top 50 shoegaze albums. Sometimes Pitchfork is polarizing, but if you have the time to go listen to 50 albums, that's definitely the list. I'd be like, oh yeah, shit, pick that one up. Their top 50 albums list is pretty cool. Album number 5, we've got Beat by Bowery Electric. This is one of me and Sloan's favorite albums. This actually inspired some of the music that we like to record. It was the reason I went and picked up a looper pedal and that I learned how to sample things. This was their second album. It was released in 96 on Cranky. I love Cranky, great record label. Definitely go check them out. I got their re-release of Drop, which was their first album, and that was pretty cool. It came with like the secret EP thing. Really good. But this album really is like sampler stuff. It kind of sounds like, in a different life, Jay Dilla could have made it. Kind of more like a mixtape, but it's a good mix of shoegaze and dream pop. My favorite song off that album is Coming Down. Makes you feel like you're coming down off a trip. But that whole album is a trip, so definitely worth a listen. It's good, very calming album. Like you'd be grinding out a test or something and throw on Bowery Electric. I'd be like, oh fuck yeah, dude. Love them. Album number, what are we on? 6, list flies. Took some notes just because it's like a lot, but album number 6 is Starflyer 59, self-titled. It's called Gold. The color is just gold, but it's technically Starflyer 59. Starflyer 59. They're a Christian band now, I think, but this was released in their shoegaze era, back when I think the albums were silver and gold. Very shoegaze, but super heavy music, super pretty chords, and all the themes are like super heavy in this album, so they actually end up quoting like some psalm in the jacket cover. But again, yet another album with no bad songs on it. Album number 7. This one's more black gaze. I like black gaze a lot. That's kind of like what I like to listen to. But this one's The Orphan Lyre by Cold Body Radiation. Again, more black gazy. This was released in 2017. It just hits me in my feels. Like it's like a human experience. Like something about that album just makes me feel stuff. God, I got some eye bags. Holy, hopefully it's not shadows. I need one of those eye masks. But yeah, though this album is definitely harder, like it's definitely a little screamy at times. It's a good mix of, shoegaze, and there's still some dream pop influences, but I love it. Again, this is another one for me that there's not like any bad songs off of it, but my favorite song off of it is called The Ghost of My Things. That's in my top like 2000 playlist. I listen to it all the time. Definitely recommend picking that one up. Album number 9 is also by a black gaze band that I'm sure has seen more airtime. It's Deaf Heaven. So this is Infinite Granite by Deaf Heaven. They're definitely one of my favorite bands too. I have Sunbather on vinyl, I have Infinite Granite, and then I also have Lonely People with Power, which was their newest one. I think that got nominated for a Grammy. I could be tweaking. It'd be really cool if it did. But Deaf Heaven is normally black gaze, but this album is definitely a departure from that. They released this in 2021. It's just straight shoegaze and dream pop. I love it. It's perfect. Nathan loves this album too. This was our disc golf album for a while. It's mostly clean vocals and everything. I would rate this out of all of these albums as the best, and I would give it a 5 out of 5 stars, up there with like Greed Death. Absolutely love this album. My favorite song off of it's In Blur. It makes me cry. And that's how I know a song is good, when it like actually makes me feel emotions. Not a lot of music can do that, so it's pretty cool that this album can. And just like the cover, I mean, this album is remarkably blue. The themes are kind of fucky, like a lot of Deaf Heaven songs. Like Sunbather is very, not macabre, but like kind of sad as well. And so is the Pecan Tree. So all of their stuff, kind of same themes. And album 10, last but not least, is Toy by Plastic Girl in Closet. Funny band name again. Japanese shoegaze. They're from Iwate Prefecture. They're all. And this album came out in 2010, I believe. Yeah, 2010 sounds right. But it really just shows again. The Japanese have such a large amount of talent in everything, especially in music. But the Japanese shoegaze scene is just peak. I'll make an entire video just on that, but love it. Love that album. Not too many comments. Super heavy, super fuzzy. It's hard for me to understand their vocals, even though I do understand in Japanese, but it's just kind of muffled. But the songs just hit so hard. My favorite song off of the album is called Like a Strawberry. Strawberry. Is how you'd say it in katakana. But Ichigo, fun fact, if you ever watch Bleach, Ichigo is strawberry. So Ichigo Kurosaki is like the main Soul Reaper. I mean strawberry. Strawberry Kurosaki. Hell yeah. He got red hair too. But yeah, that's it for my top 10 shoegaze albums. Hope you guys enjoy. Hopefully it gives you some music to listen to, and I'll link them below. Deuces.